right, so yesterday you saw me separating and prepping this fiber. This is what it looks like after it's been pre-drafted. It's so pretty, stunning. Here is the first bobbin. They're gonna be weird and funky, and I like that. So let's get spinning. I'm so excited. So I finished this second bobbin and I'm ready to ply these together. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to see how this looks. Let's get into it now. I just wanted to show you three things really quick. I got 3 new plants. This is sweet mint, which I'm growing mint from seed. I'll show you what it looks like. Little mint babies. This is spearmint. It's gonna take a while though before I get mint from that. And then I saw this is sweet mint. It's got a few plants in there, although it looks a little scraggly right now, but it should spread in a pot. I'm not gonna plant it in the ground, that's for sure. I also got this is English thyme. It smells so good, oh my gosh. I haven't planted any thyme by seed yet, so I decided to just buy some. And then these beauties, these are columbines. They're so beautiful. This is our state flower. I have seen them in the wild before and they were seriously breathtaking. I will put up a picture of what I found on a hike once here and it was amazing. But as you can see, they have these little tail things and they'll usually open up a little bit wider and then on the inside it's white. I love these. These are so beautiful. There are lots of new blooms coming in. I hope I can keep this alive. Oh my gosh. I love it. And that's it. That is it for my balcony garden update. It's been raining for like 3 or 4 days straight, so I haven't been out to the garden, but I'm excited to go see what it looks like after all this rain. I'm really wishing for some sunshine now, though. So I finished plying this yarn. Oh my gosh, I love it so much. Like these colors, they are just my favorite. They kind of remind me of the colors in an opal, just like green, blues, pinks, some whites. I love how each color blended with another color. They all look so beautiful. Oh, I love it so much. This is how much I have left on one of the bobbins. Not too bad, I would say. Do you want to know what I've been doing with my leftover yarn that's on these bobbins after I ply? I have been wrapping them onto their own bobbins. And when these get full, I think I'm going to ply them together and just make a really strange yarn, I guess. I don't know what else to do with them, but I figured maybe with the scraps, I'll just ply it all together and see what happens. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on the nitty naughty and then I am going to wet finish it. let's talk about some cross stitch. I did indeed finish the grapes, kind of. I haven't done the back stitching. It's like always the last step that I can't seem to finish. It would probably take maybe an hour to do the back stitching, but yet I've already moved on to something else. I know, but here it is. Look how beautiful they are. I finished the border and they're just looking so good. I cannot wait to finish this piece, although it's gonna take a while. It is very exciting, and I am very excited to be done with the grapes because those took a very long time. I love how they turned out. It's just stunning, such a stunning piece. I believe apples are gonna be the next panel, so that's really exciting. Also, since I've completely finished the peaches up here, I can now use the scroll frame for what it's intended for, which would be turning this fabric on the top bar here and just moving on to that third panel. Oh my gosh, I love it. And of course, I have started something new and it's getting there. I'm working on 22 count Ada cloth, which is tiny. And I'll show you how tiny it really is. You can see how tiny those stitches are, which is good for a piece that is more detailed, I think, because you can get a little bit more detail in with smaller count Ada cloth. This piece is like not super detailed, but as you can see, there's a mountain. I am working on the sun currently, and down here, there is gonna be well, I think in the original one, it's like a generic crane, but I'm gonna be doing a sandhill crane because if you remember, back in March, I went down to Great Sand Dune National Park. It's in the San Luis Valley here in Colorado, and I got to watch the sandhill crane migration going through Colorado. It was magical. It was so amazing, and definitely one of my most favorite things that I have witnessed in my life. Like, I just thought it was amazing. So the crane in the original cross stitch is white, and the sandhill cranes are kind of like a bluish gray, and the top of their head is red. And I've kind of worked a little bit on the sandhill crane here, but I think I want to do some of the details around it first. But yeah, it's like a sandhill crane and a mountain and a sunset and some water, which actually kind of just calls back to my trip down to the San Luis Valley because you're surrounded by mountains. I got to see some incredible, stunning sunsets. Of course, the sandhill crane migration. So it's got some symbolism in there that pertains to my life. And that's what I'm working on right now. It's taking a while because it's 22 count and it's just so tiny. There was a moment where I was like, I think I might need like a magnifying glass. I saw that people on the cross-stitching subreddit were talking about how they have like magnifying glasses they can put on, and you can like switch out the lenses for different magnifications. And I was contemplating maybe getting some for projects like this, but then I was kind of afraid that I will learn to like rely on those and I will never cross stitch again without them. And so I don't really want to do that. So I'm not really straining my eyes. I'm getting it closer to my face and I'm making sure I use a lot of light, and that's really helping out. But hopefully I don't have to use a magnifying assistant. So I will show you progress on this as I'm working on it, and hopefully I'll be done soon because I really want to dye more Ada cloth. I have plans, I have patterns. I bought floss. Remember the variegated floss I bought like 3 weeks ago or something? I want to use that. So that's my goal for the next project. So I went to the garden today and it rained for like 4 or 5 days straight. So it was covered in weeds. I did a lot of weeding today. And I also decided to plant my tomato plants, which is really exciting. I also bought 6 pepper plants. I've never been able to grow a pepper here in Colorado. Actually, in Colorado Springs, I maybe grew like one. It was this big or so. And then maybe like last year I had like a tiny one, or the year before, I don't know. But I've never had like a mature producing pepper plant. So I bought plants and I got yellow ones, and they are sweet peppers and they're called Big Daddy, which is kind of funny, but I was looking for a yellow pepper and those were the only ones. It also said that they get like 8 to 10 inches long or something, so they're gonna be big. And the other ones I got were like candy striped peppers, chocolate covered cherry, something like that, but it's a bell pepper and they have stripes that are like red and brown. If I can find a picture, I will show it to you right here. So I thought those would be kind of fun. So those are all on the ground, very exciting. Tomorrow I will go back to the garden and water and see how the plants are doing. I also had some onions starting to sprout up, which is also very exciting. I didn't get any footage of that, I'm sorry. But look at this mistake that I have made. I don't know if you can see my legs very well, maybe you can, but they are sunburned, very, very sunburned. And my arms are a little bit as well. I can definitely feel the stinginess that the sunburn comes with. So really fun stuff. I also finished this yarn right here. Oh my gosh, I love this yarn. You just have to see it up close. There are so many colors, and I love how each color blends with another color. Like there's so many different color combinations, pink and green, purple and green, blue and green, blue and purple, just beautiful, stunning color combinations. I just love this so much. It's just beautiful. Oh my gosh, I love it. I just love it. And this yarn turned out to be 184 yards. I'm also gonna weigh it, see what we have here. 96 grams even. So 184 yards and 96 grams. Not too bad. It's stunning, it's beautiful. I love it. Oh my gosh, it's soft. It's squishy. Very happy with the dye job. Like I'm so happy with it. It just turned out amazing, and I just cannot wait to dye more roving and just see how the yarn turns out, because this is definitely better than any expectations that I could have had. I love it. It's beautiful. Alrighty, that's it for the vlog. Thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys next week. Bye.